situation? Because I, in person, know what is in Uganda is for.
Well, no, it's not horrible. I have been working on rainwater harvesting, roof water harvesting for 15 or more years, partly in India and Ethiopia, Sri Lanka, but mainly in Uganda, and partly in connection with the ministry and partly other organisations. So rainwater harvesting looks promising because this country has a very convenient climate of 2 wet seasons and quite a good rainfall. But it's still only about 2% of houses in Uganda have rainwater harvesting. And then you say, well, is this because it's not quite right? Or is it because it's not being quite handled the right way? And many of the programs that I've seen over 15 years have been start-stop. And that applies to other sectors, not just to rainwater harvesting and not just to water. But this aid dependency and start-stop is not very helpful. A lot of effort to get things going, and then they run for a little while, and then the effort is almost wasted. And a lot of people sitting around, in a sense, waiting for the next program to come along. They don't deal with their own affairs, because if you're lucky, if you sit for long enough, somebody will come along and give you something. Right? So that doesn't help, I don't think. And then also, I think many programs, government programs and NGO programs, everybody's worried about failure. So it mustn't fail, but it doesn't matter what it costs. So it could be quite expensive, but the well works or the collection system works or whatever. And actually for sustainability, getting the cost down is critical. If people can't afford it, then it'll only continue as long as somebody from outside or government shoves some money in. So trying to get to the point where things are affordable doesn't follow easily from the present patterns of activity, where the emphasis is on no failures rather than sustainability, I suppose. So SSS has been operating in Uganda for, I don't know, a couple of years maybe. But I'm quite interested in this word scale, the third S, because what is it we do to turn goodish ideas that work reasonably well, but then they're in a little program that stops? How can we get those flowing so that they reach 10% of the population rather than 1 or 2% of the population? So that's my hobby horse.